piece of wire was cut into 3 equal parts. So I told you to draw a diagram in every time for to overcome from the situation easily. So the wire, let's assume that this is a wire. A piece of wire was cut into 3 equal parts. So this is 1, this is 2, 3. Okay, 3 equal parts. One of 3 parts was cut again into equal pieces. Equal pieces. So 4 equal pieces. So for the remaining one part, one of these part again cut into 4 equals pieces. Okay. So what the fraction of the length of the whole piece of wire is the length of one small piece. Like small, you have to write like a small piece from the total wire. So first they say that you have to cut it into 1/3 pieces. Okay, so from that 1/3 pieces again you cut into 4 parts. So you have to multiply it by 1/4. Okay, so the value is 1/12. So if you are not clear with that one, then the second part they say that illustrate the above division of the wire by a figure and compare the answer you obtain with the answer in one above. So the previous diagram I draw, I'll draw it in here too. So it's like this. So this is the first one. Okay, so this is the second one. So we have to justify this answer by a diagram. So first you are going to cut this into 3 parts. Okay, now again you have to divide this into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, likewise this is a one small part. Okay, so in order to explain this furthermore, you can draw like this. This is if you imaginary divide this into these parts also into furthermore 4 parts like this. Total small parts will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so from the total 12 parts, the small part that we are considering is 1. So the fraction would be 1/12. So in that way you have to explain it furthermore from your words. Then by using a diagram you can get the same answer you got in the first one. So the third one here asks, if a small piece of wire is 70 centimeter in length, find the length of the whole wire. So you have to write that data. This is the third one. So let me this color. So a small one parts length. They are saying that it's 70 centimeters. So you need to find. So because of that, total length of the wire is equal to 70 divided by 1 and you have to multiply it by 12. This is just a small one, means it's a 1/12 portion, right? You have find out in the previous one. So if 1/12 is 70, so for a total 12 parts. From one part from the 12 is 70, so the total 12 parts will be 70 divided by 1 into 12. This one is not necessary, I write this one, this just to make sure that you are getting this. Okay, so the value is simply 70 times 12 is 840 centimeters. Okay, so uh, so they are giving us some further applications. So these are some advanced than the previous one. So now they are saying that from the money that Raj received from his father, he spent 2/3 on books. So let's take the amount of money that he got like this, and they are saying that 2/3 spent on books. So divide this into similar three parts. From that, 2/3 spent for books, right? And 1/4 from the remaining amount. So this is for books, it's 2/3. So the remaining part is what? Remaining part is 1/3. Okay. From that 1/3, another 1/4 he used for travel expenses. So from the remaining 1/3, 1/4 he is using for travel expenses. So in order to so let's see what they're asking. Now there's another data that they're saying after that he had a balance of 500. So after spending for the books and after spending for the travel expenses, uh, the the amount that he had was 500. So the first question is what fraction of the amount Raj received from his father was remaining after buying the books. So that's very simple. Okay, so the first thing they are writing like the fraction that was spent to buy books is 2/3. So if the amount is 2/3 were spent for the books, uh, so then the remaining part will be the rest. Okay, so the fraction that remain after buying the books is one is the total amount, total fraction that he got from father. So 2/3 is for books. By subtracting you can end up with an answer like 1/3. So the remaining fraction is 1/3 after buying books. So that's what I have drawn here. Okay, so the next thing they ask is what fraction of the amount the father gave did he spend on traveling? So spend on traveling. So spend on traveling. There's in the below they have written. I'll write here. Spend uh, for the traveling is equals 1/3 were the remaining from that one. When we are saying from that one you have to multiply the next fraction. Okay, from that one another 1/4 were spent for the traveling expenses. So the value you will get like 1/12 for spent for traveling expenses. The amount is the fraction is 1/12. Okay. Mm, then here is the answer. So the next question they ask, find the amount he obtained from his father. Okay. The only data about the only rupees data is after that he had the balance of 500. It means he have he has spent 2/3 and another 1/12 from the total amount he got. So we can write a statement like total uh, fraction he spent is equals 1 over 12 plus, so 1 over 12 plus uh, 2 over 3. So that one is the common denominator is 12. 4, this is 8 and 9 over 12. So the total he had spent is, we can simplify this one, right? So it's 3 over 4. Okay, so the remaining, so the remaining fraction, so the remaining fraction should be then 1 minus 3 over 4, which is 1 over 4. So this 1 over 4 is so let me write in here, you have to write, okay, properly. This 1 over 4 is the remaining fraction after doing all the expenses. So 1 over 4, the data is given, so the remaining is 500. So for 1 over 4 it's 500. Then what asking is find the amount he obtained from his father. So that's the obtained from his father is the total one. It's 4 over 4. Then if the 1 over 4 is 500, you can find it by 500 into 4, which is 2000 rupees he has obtained from his father. So when you're doing the calculations, you can go easily by referring these steps. So just go through this example. I just explained what's the logic behind it. Okay. So now again you have another exercise to do. So Mr. Austin, who works in an office in the city, spends 2 over 5 of his salary on food and sends 2 over 3 of the remaining amount of his 5. This is very same to the thing that I discussed earlier. So I'll quickly do the calculation by a diagram. Okay. So he spent 2 over 5 is salary on food. So he has a salary like this. Let's assume. So there are 5 parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Assume that these all fractions are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these are equal. So now they are saying that he spent 2 over 5 of his salary on food. So 2 over 5 salary on food means this fraction is for food. Okay, this fraction is for food, and sends 2 over 3 of the remaining amount to his wife. So from the remaining, another 2 over 3 he sent his wife. So the very same to the previous year. What's the fraction of his salary remains after he has spent for his food? So you can write like fraction of salary remain after food expenses. Okay, fraction of salary remain after food expenses is, so the originally salary is 1. So in here they say that 2 over 5 is spent for the food. So from the total salary, 2 over 5 he spends for the food, for food. Okay, so the value is 5 it's 3 over 5 is remaining. Fraction of salary remain after food expenses is 3 over 5. So that's the answer for the first question. So the second, they ask, what fraction of his salary does he send his wife? So they're saying that from the remaining. So after he's spending 2 over 5, from the remaining 2 over 3 is sending to his wife. So they're asking fraction. Okay, what the fraction? So the fraction sent to wife is uh, the remaining is 3 over 5. From that one, 2 over 3 he sent to his wife. So it's 2 over 3. So by simplifying this, the fraction that wife get is 2 over 5. Okay. So the last part is, what fraction of his salary is left over after these expenses are made? After doing all these expenses, what's the they're saying that what's the fraction remains. Okay, so this third one, total expenses as a fraction. So what's the fraction that he totally spent? It means for the food and for wife. Okay, so for food he is spending 2 over 5, and for his wife he is sending another 2 over 5. So the total fraction that he spent is 4 over 5. So what we need is what fraction remains. So fraction remains after doing all these expenses is, the total salary is 1, total expenses is 4 over 5. So the value is 1 over 5. So the after doing his food expenses and sending money to his wife, after doing both that one, another 1 over 5 from the total salary will be remaining. Okay. So you can go through, right? So I'll quickly do this last example for you. Saroja read 1 over 3 of a book she borrowed from the library on the first day. So if book is like this, from that one, let's divide this into equal 3 parts. So just assume that this is equal. Oops. Okay, let's assume these 3 parts are equal. So Saroja read 1 over 3 of a book she borrowed from the library on the first day. So in the first day she read 1 over 3. So this is the first day, right? On the second day she was only able to read half of the remaining portion. Okay, half of the remaining portion. On the third day she finished the book by reading the remaining 75 pages. How many pages were there in total in the book? So in the previous cases, they have given steps like this, steps like this. So in this case, they are not guiding us. So we have to go through the calculation by our knowledge. Okay. So one, on the second day, she was only able to read 1 over 2 from the remaining portion. In the second day, the total portion she read was, for in the first day 1 over 3 was read, no, So after the first day, the remaining part is 1 minus 1 over 3, okay, which is 2 over 3. Okay, so after the first day, the remaining part is 2 over 3. Okay, so you have to write this. I just explained this quickly. Okay, 2 over 3. So on the second day, she has only able to read half from the remaining portion. It means from this 2 over 3, in end of end of the second day, she read half from the remaining from the first day. So now the value is 1 over 3. So you can see in the first day she read 1 over 3. Now it's in the second day also she read 1 over 3. Okay. So now you can easily see in that in the third day also she has to read another only 1 over 3 pages. 1 over 3 fraction. Okay. So when you are writing, you have to write in the end of the second day, the total fraction of pages she read was 1 over 3 from the first date, and this from the second date 1 over 3. The total amount of the total fraction read was 2 over 3. So now the remaining portion for the third date is 1 minus 2 over 3. It's 1 over 3. So for the last date, she had to read 1 over 3 fraction from the total book. So that amount has given. They are saying that 1 over 3 from that remaining one is 75 pages. So if 1 over 3 is 75, the total book is 3 over 3. So in order to find that, we can multiply this 75 by 3. The total number of pages will be 225. There will be 225 pages. So they have given some advanced calculations, advanced equations. So I'll let you do these example. If you need any clarification for these problems, you can ask from the comments. So I'll try to explain it to you by replying to the comment, or I'll try to do another video for this one. So it's not a big deal. You can go through. Just you have to use your IQ to see the order that you should follow to come across this. So this is the end of the applications of the fractions lesson. So hope you got some knowledge from this. So let's meet from the fourth lesson. So thank you very much.